Hey, hello everybody. Good morning.
Morning. How
How's
you
everybody
doing?
doing today?
Happy Tuesday Matrix Money morning.
Yes. Yes.
It's a nice cold winter morning over here in Toronto, Canada. And how's it going over there for you?
In the middle of a snowstorm, so if I
No.
lose power, it's all you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Sounds good. I might lose power too. It dropped below -15 this morning. And yeah.
Cold. Oh my goodness.
Celsius, not Fahrenheit, Celsius. And
Oh, even worse.
yeah. And
Oh my
yeah,
God.
so it was an interesting morning, but we're here. We're good. Everything's seeming kind of flatline right now, right? It's
Yeah.
not the
Yeah.
most
Well,
exciting time, but got a few things going on.
yeah.
We'll talk a little bit about the markets today. I wanted to cover your interview that you did on the weekend. Maybe we can talk about that a little bit, and then
Love to. Yeah.
maybe some upcoming projects, and then yeah, I think that's what we got going on right now.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was having a little
No
bit of
worries.
technical difficulty in the background here,
No worries.
and that's just going to have to wait.
Yep.
Hey, Automatic Beats. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning. There we go.
All right. You know what? Let's bring up the markets and we'll jump through the chat as people kind of come in here.
Mm-hmm.
And we should say, make sure if you're new, subscribe, hit that bell icon, click the All Matrix Money podcast. We're trying to grow this channel. And don't forget, smash up the likes on this stream, please.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
And if you're on my channel, there is a link in the description for the Matrix Money podcast. So you can just click on the link and subscribe to that over there. We're trying to grow the channel. Yes. So hit the like. Appreciate it.
Yes, please. All right. Let's see. Let's bring this up here. I'm even going to hit the refresh button because it's been sitting there for a minute. Let's get the latest numbers.
Yes.
All right. So latest, we got Bitcoin at 42,645. You know, I know that we talked about like Bitcoin going when when it got the approval of the ETFs and I mean we were up and around that 49K mark before it kind of rolled over and came back down, and I personally expected it to go much higher than that before it rolled over.
Me too.
Yeah.
It was not eventful. If you pull up like the 30-day or 90-day, like this dip isn't really much of a dip either. It's just like a slight down in the overall action. So it's not really anything to be shocked about. This always happens with Bitcoin. It just I was expecting, see, look, that's a 90-day.
That's a 90-day view.
Yeah. I was expecting a little bit more action, a lot more hype, a lot more buying. But you had talked about this in one of your streams about how money is actually being managed with the banks. And maybe just do a little quick background on that, because I do not follow this as closely as you and other people. So the background information is very interesting.
Yeah, I'd be glad to. I actually talked about it, on my channel, yesterday's live stream, because my thought process is like, okay, it was like, poof, okay, where do we go from here, basically? But I wanted to point out a few things. Like, for example, hold on, let me bring this view up so people can see us a little better here. For example, like BlackRock alone has purchased over 11,000 Bitcoin in the last, now 3 days, since, and it's like, it's a shit ton of Bitcoin.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just doing the quick math here.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, but here's the thing.
$500 million.
Yep.
About $500 million. Yeah.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. It's like, so that they're buying it. They're buying it OTC. They're not doing it like you and I and on the retail.
Okay, so that's exactly it. So the OTC part, how does that work, and how are they exactly maneuvering the system to buy Bitcoin? Which OTC market are we talking about here?
Well, I believe that they're doing it primarily off Coinbase. So in other words, Coinbase has their retail front end, and then Coinbase has their, you got so much money, kind of end, which is their OTC end. And generally speaking, generally speaking, they pay a premium for buying it OTC, but doing it that way doesn't affect the retail markets as much as
Right.
it would if they were buying it in retail. And it that kind of plays into why I think we had a little bit of a dip, or okay, probably more of a dip than I thought. Now, I think that frankly, a lot of people took profits when it got up near 50K, you know, in that
Yeah.
49 bracket. I mean, why wouldn't you? Right?
So
Why wouldn't you?
when you're saying that they're buying it from Coinbase, is it sort of like a wallet to wallet transaction? Like Coinbase is it's not even touching a market at all, right?
No,
So it's like the Coinbase core wallet or whatever wallet they're using, direct transaction to
or
BlackRock or
Coinbase is
whatever.
facilitating, or I'm using Coinbase, but it could
Yeah,
be,
yeah,
you know, whatever broker.
whatever.
But they're facilitating a person to person. So if you had a bunch of Bitcoin you wanted to sell at a premium, they would connect me with you
Yeah,
and say, okay, here we go. And they take their little cut of that,
yeah,
you
that
know,
totally makes
and
sense.
yeah,
And since it's not touching the market at all, and it's happening through transactions in the back, you're not going to see any movement with the price, no matter the amount of volume, right? So it's just,
correct.
yeah, okay,
Generally speaking, I mean,
generally,
the
yeah,
way I would think you'd see movement or potential movement in the market would be if they were actually getting it from Coinbase as the person holding it, and
yeah,
then, well, that money's coming off an exchange now, so that takes down the um, what's the word I want? Takes down the liquidity on the exchange.
right, right,
So you know what I mean? That I think would affect the price a bit, but again, that's not what we saw. We saw the price drop.
yeah,
We again, people I think took profits, but
yeah,
I on my live stream yesterday, I talked about what I think was a different reason, or well, not a different reason, but an additional reason that this probably happened. And hang on, it looks like we got FF joining in here.
oh,
Hey,
all right.
FF, here he is. How's it going, brother? Can
I
you
don't see
hear
him
us?
yet. He'll be here in a second.
Oh,
He's got a veil.
that's okay. We'll I don't know. We'll leave him there. See if he comes live. But anyway, if you remember, there was a bunch of amendments to their applications to the SEC for this
Yeah,
spot ETF, and the edits, the amendments that went through had almost all of them. I think it was all of them, to be honest, had to do with um, cash options. So in other words, that the US dollar in this case had to be used as the option for purchasing and for settling, etc.
right,
And you know, in Gary's thing, when he put out after the ETFs got approved, etc., it was all about, well, I'm doing it because, you know, the court made me do it, kind of thing. And okay, great, but you know, what was that case he's referring to? He was referring to the grayscale loss
right,
in the
right.
cards.
Yeah,
So now remember, grayscale already owned the Bitcoin. So in theory, what they were looking to do was just move it from this particular product to this particular product.
right,
But by Gary forcing the change into the cash options, basically, if Grayscale is going to convert their BTC, they got to take their BTC that they want to convert, sell it, and then buy it back with US dollar.
okay. So that's a
So
quick in and out type of thing that they're going to be doing.
which
Right,
is what they were hoping for, but
right.
that was Gary's way of basically taking his thumb and sticking it in their eye
Uh,
for making it
yeah, yeah.
for you know what I
He
mean?
has to get one last jab in there, right? Not
Exactly,
satisfied.
exactly. So I
FF.
think all of that combined is why I think we saw the market drop the way it did. But look at it, like you
Yeah.
mentioned, as we were just looking at the price, it's in that like 42 range, and it's been hovering there. It's got
Hasn't
some
gone.
strength.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Um, so yeah, like again, this is not my wheelhouse. Predicting the markets and understanding the markets and the movement that they're taking. You have way more intel on this than I do, and it's not my wheelhouse at all. But yeah, knowing what's actually happening with the process and understanding um, how these corporate entities are actually purchasing their Bitcoin and getting it into their portfolios is that's interesting. And yeah, thanks for giving me that up.
Yeah, no problem. FF, how you doing? Sorry, I know I was just blah, blah, blah when you came in here, so sorry about that, man.
No, please continue to blabber on, because I'm having some connectivity issues, and then obviously I'm fashionably late as well. If you're aware of the term CP time, I'm definitely CP time right now. So
Nice.
apologies,
okay.
but continue. I will catch up and I'll chime in whenever I figure out what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. We're just going over the markets right now.
Yeah, we're going over the markets. I'm just going to flip through this real quick. We got a few backed up comments. Hey,
Okay.
Joy, look at that. You got a comment.
100. I love the name 100 Air. I'm a 100 Air as well. Thank you very much. If you like to, excuse me, if you like tutorials, I'm dropping another one for a node project today. It's for Awesome Pay. I wouldn't say it's the most profitable one, but it's just a guide if you're interested in that sort of thing.
Yeah, and he's right. Sweet. Your videos, I mean, great, and they're entertaining too, because they're not just like I do it. When I do it, it's just like, blah, blah, or at least that's what I feel like. So yours are definitely at least more entertaining.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And there's F+ in the chat. Yeah.
Appreciate you, Beats.
FF. All right, good deal. All right, let's go and check these markets back. Get back in that. Hang on one second. Come on. Why am I having technical difficulty? Now I'm having. All right, FF, you're spreading the technical difficulties here. There we go.
Sorry. I'm like a virus, huh?
Okay. So yeah, again, Bitcoin, I think is showing a bit of strength, even though it's down. So that's my thought process with Bitcoin. I mean, now, right after we had this Bitcoin ETF approval, what happened with Ethereum, I thought was interesting. I mean, now everybody's thinking, oh, ETF, for Ethereum, and it's up over 12% in the last 7 days. I mean, I don't think that's going to come. Well, I think it might come eventually, but I don't think that's coming anytime soon. I mean, that's my opinion. What do you guys think?
Well, I just saw what Kathy Wood was talking about, Ethereum having the biggest gain of the year in comparison to other cryptos. So that'd be interesting. I can sort of see Ethereum having a large gain because the utility behind it and everyone layering on top of it. There's a lot of new layer 2s that are coming out that are going to get a lot of exposure with the projects that are being launched this year, especially in the DePIN space. So I do believe that Ethereum will have pretty big gains. Again, I have no idea what I'm talking about, and I'm just staying into everything.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, see, not financial advice. What the hell do we know, right?
Yeah.
No, I would have to agree with you, Jar. I mean, when you talk about the layer 2s for Ethereum, not just Ethereum itself, then you're talking about a huge ecosystem, right? So like, I totally agree with you. If it's just Ethereum, no, but I mean, we're talking Polygon Matic, Arbitrum. I mean, the list goes on and on and on with the L2s. So
just the L2s alone is like a huge ecosystem, a huge wheelhouse.
Sure.
And that just equals lots of transactions on one network, and that network is Ethereum. So that's the way I see it.
Yep.
What else we have?
Well, BNB. I don't know if you guys like BNB. BNB's up over 5%. Again,
nothing's happened to BNB. Like, it never got punched down. It never got beaten up like I was expecting it to. It just flatlined and even gained. So that's kind of impressive. A lot of utility with that. So people believe in finance chain.
Well, again, biggest exchange globally, and not for nothing. I mean, whatever's happening in the U.S., Canada, it doesn't matter. You know, there's plenty of other people outside of the North America.
Literally billions of other people.
Yeah, right. Solana.
Yep.
Solana's down a little bit, even though it's up in the last 24 hours, down over the week for about 4%. I mean, again, you guys, I'm no fan, but I mean, you guys want to chat about that or throw out anything about that?
I got nothing interesting to say about Solana. Just if it hits 200, I'm happy, but it can take as long as it wants.
I think the only thing interesting that I could say about Solana is that they do have good partnerships. I can't remember them right now. I think one of them is Visa. Don't quote me on that.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're right.
and then
You're right.
the other thing is that there was a really popular meme coin on it that we could probably look at here called Myro. I did not invest in it, but I know that there are tons of crypto YouTubers and people that talk about it, promote it, etc. I, I'm not really a fan of meme coins, but hey, if you
Me
want to
either.
make some quick buck, then go ahead and try it out. But yeah, I'm not an investor. But Myro, I believe, was on the Solana chain. It's just like a dog coin. I think it's based off of
I'm trying to
Solana's
bring it up right
founders.
now. Hang on one
It's like
second.
Solana's founder's dog or something like that. I don't know. So
we also had Blink
Yeah.
too, right, on the Solana chain. That was a pretty popular one as well. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Sorry, it took me a minute, guys.
And look at it now.
Can you do like a 3 month on that one?
Yep. Hang on one second. Whoops, wrong one.
Oh, whoa. Okay, so it did. Yeah.
Look at that run up.
Yeah. Crazy. How long's this thing been around? I haven't even heard of this.
Yeah.
Probably
let's
3
go
months.
max here. Yeah, right
It
here.
doesn't look like much has changed. Yeah.
Yeah. It's November.
Like
all right. So there you go. Interesting. Nope. Sorry.
And then 100 Air, actually, before we move on to some other coin, he says that Solana has a lot of great IoT products or projects. So I guess that's something also to add to Solana.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Like Demo's one of those that it's running on the Solana chain. A few others are converting over. I think WeatherXM, I'm not sure if they're Ethereum based right now, but they're talking about maybe it'll be a layer 2 on that. But yeah, IoT projects are definitely finding.
I'm surprised that project is Ethereum based. I mean, you'd think that they'd want to be on a faster network. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're switching,
right? I mean,
no, I think they're going to switch to a layer 2. I think for testnet purposes, they're using Ethereum. I don't know too much. I'm going into it right now, but I'll have some more.
Gotcha.
I'm loving Avalanche, Cosmos, and Solana.
Yeah, all good projects. Again, though I'm not a Solana fan, I know that they're going to be huge in this bull cycle. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, a lot of VC money on that one.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Did we just get another one?
Oh, he's saying that it'll be on Matic.
Oh, it's on Matic.
All right, so it is an L2. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, appreciate that, 100 Air.
Yeah,
thank you. All right, are we going back to markets? Let's take a little bit more of the markets. We didn't get too far there. Bing bang. All right, here we go. XRP, I think you can't not talk about XRP. It's only up a couple of percent. It's holding pretty steady in that 55, 57 cent range. And
for a long time.
Yeah. It's almost become a stable coin. I mean, right? I mean, remember when it
stays at 50 cents?
Yeah. Remember back in the day, it was always in that like 20, 25 cent range, like for the longest time.
Yeah.
It felt like it was never going to move.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I feel like we're starting to get to right now with XRP. All right, what else we got? Cardano, I like Cardano up 4.6%, just over the 50 cent mark. Again, I've been saying Cardano is going to go down, and it did go down and held below 50 cents for a little while. And then when everything kind of pumped, it kind of came back up. I think it still needs another knee down before it takes further price action. But again, not financial advice, just some old guy.
We're just talking here.
Yeah. AVAX. Again, pretty steady on AVAX. All things being, I like AVAX. AVAX is a good chain. Got a huge future. I think it's
Amazon's using it. There's a really good use case behind there. Yeah.
Exactly. And we can't not stop at Doge. This is all you there, Jar. Go ahead.
So I got a mini Doge Pro, mini Doge 2, and I'm picking up a mini Doge 3, but I'm mining Bell's coin, which is the founder's first coin before it became Dogecoin.
No kidding.
His name is Billy M2K on Twitter, if you follow him. He relaunched his Bell's coin, and I've been mining it. I wouldn't say it's the most profitable thing. You're making the old guys unite.
That's why I like yes. Anyway,
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the most profitable coin right now. It's still in the early phases. I think it hit a lot of uh, uh, websites. I don't know what to call them. CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko. They're just tracking it right now, and there's only about a month or two of a backlog there. A little bit of movement. It tanked down quite a bit, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes because it's another meme coin, obviously, right? And it's something else to mine and speculation. That's all I'm going to do.
Right. I understand. Polkadot. How do you guys feel about Polkadot? I think that's one that's got a lot of it's got some decent activity on it, and I think are gonna be huge in this next bull cycle. What do you guys think? Any thoughts about Polkadot?
I have no experience with Polkadot other than actually buying the coin itself and holding a little bit of it. But yeah, I don't know much about Polkadot.
Okay.
So
FF,
I do own a little bit of DOT. I used to know a lot more about DOT. What I do remember, and again, do your own research, is that to be a part of the DOT ecosystem, you kind of have to apply to be a part of it. So it's not like Ethereum or some of the other layer 2s where you could just fork some other project, right? And then basically put it on chain, put whatever smart contract you forked on chain, and then be a part of the ecosystem. You kind of have to apply with DOT. So it does sort of remove that meme aspect or like a whole bunch of different forks and all those scams and stuff. So it's helpful in that sense. But if you really want like a project to grow, it's better to have it open to like everybody. So that's the one thing that I remember from DOT that like I liked, but then at the same time I didn't like. So I mean that's really the only update I have on DOT. But yeah, I do own a decent amount of DOT, and in hopes that maybe like a institutional like type of investor will get into it. But other than that, no other positives.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I just thought I would ask.
Yep.
Now, normally I don't stop when I'm doing my run throughs. I barely stop at Tron. But yesterday when I did my live stream, Tron was up much more than today. It's up 5.5% today, or excuse me, in the last 7 days, but down 5% today. It was up over 11 cents, which I was surprised to see because I usually like glaze right over it because nobody trusts Justin Sun. Nobody really in the United States, Canada probably uses Tron for the most part, but it does have a huge use case outside of the North America kind of thing. I was very surprised to see that it actually had some price action going on. To be honest with you, I mean, I don't know if you guys want to add anything to that. I was surprised, so I had to stop and chat about it for a second.
Yeah, I haven't used Tron very little. It's usually when I'm moving USDT around. Tron would be the cheaper chain to move it on.
It is the cheapest one. Yep.
So I mean that's the extent of my use of Tron. But other than that, I haven't dabbled in it at all.
Well, I guess that would be a good use case, right? Take the cheap.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is true. Moving around USDT, as long as it's accepted. I'm noticing a lot of international exchanges do accept that one, so it is useful in that case. Yeah.
All right. Hang on one second. And then Chainlink. I don't know. I mean, everybody I think at this point is familiar with Chainlink, and they've had a lot of partnerships and things going on that they've made announcements about over the last couple of weeks. And the price action shows you're talking 11% in 7 days, just about going up here. You guys fans of Chainlink?
Yes. Go ahead, FF.
You're holding back. Yeah, no, I like Chainlink. I like their mission. I like what they were trying to do in creating like a basically crypto focused Swift. I also know that they have a couple certs. They're like CCIP or whatever it's called, certified.
Yes.
They're ISO certified as well. So like I like that about them, that they're tackling crypto differently than a lot of these other projects. A lot of the projects are either like, okay, I'm going to be a platform, or I'm going to be some sort of utility to some service, but they're tackling crypto totally differently from a majority of the other projects that are out there. So I feel like having a little
I think he's cutting out a bit
bag
there.
Yeah, we're losing you a little bit there, FF.
just in case whatever their plans are work out, then it might.
Okay. I don't know. We're losing you there, FF. Just so you know, you're in and out a little bit.
Yeah, he was frozen. Yeah, there. It's kind of buffering out right now. But
Yeah.
FF did put a link in the comments for the Polkadot parachains. It looks like in their features.
Yes.
So you guys can check that out.
Yes.
Just to give you a little bit more information on Polkadot. Again, I don't know too much about it, but I'll take a read through on that one.
And then let's stop off Polygon Matic, another project I like. If one of you guys want to talk about that, my wife's trying to hand me some coffee, and you want to know what? Yeah. I could use some coffee right now.
Polygon. So I have a few projects that are on Polygon. I'm actually testing it out myself. I'm working with a couple of guys over in the Sleep Money Club. We're doing something called shared nodes. And I'm going to be talking about this a little bit later. But one of the chains that we're testing out right now, specifically because of its exposure on the market, it's a low-cost chain, is a Polygon network. So I'm researching that one, and I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan of Polygon and what they're doing over there. Utility, speed, low cost, lots of pros to go along with that chain.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing about that. Every time you mention it, I'm like, oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that. That's that's huge if you ask me.
Yeah, it's still in development, but hopefully in a couple months we'll have something more to talk about as we're releasing it.
Nice.
I don't know. You guys want to stop at Sheeb? Yeah, I don't. But go ahead.
I got nothing to say about Sheeb.
Sorry, I just can't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm 100% positive. Memes. Yeah. Anyway, Litecoin again. I like it for what it is. You use it, save your Bitcoin, spend whatever. It's something that in the interview that I'm dropping on Thursday with Joel Valenzuela, where the guy that's been living off Bitcoin for like 10 years at this point, off crypto for like 10 years at this point. We talk about Litecoin a little bit, and he likes Litecoin and the whole Mimblewimble thing, and we get into that a little bit. I don't want to jump too far ahead, but for me, it's something I use literally every month to pay for certain things. I just like it. It allows me to have some anonymity with things I want anonymity with.
Awesome.
So is what it is.
Definitely super fast.
Hey, Chris.
Chris,
welcome.
How's it going, Chris?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
It might be a good segue right now to talk about your last interview. I just have the book up here. You're speaking with the author of The Bible and Bitcoin.
Yes.
And you did the interview on Sunday, which is really interesting. I watched a bit of it. Actually, I watched the whole thing. And there's a few things I wanted to talk about. I just have the book over here being shared on Amazon. If you see it, I'm not sure if you see that.
Hold on one second. Yep.
There it is. Okay, so this is the book. It was written by Alan Armstrong, and you interviewed him on Sunday. And what I found interesting about this interview is he's talking about the majority of this book is about financial literacy. And he goes into Bitcoin, but he's actually talking about financial literacy, understanding the financial system and everything that encompasses that. And it's bad and it's good. It's bad. The reason why I think it's bad is because we're not taught a lot of this stuff in the education system that we have right now. So when you're in school,
purposefully, probably.
I'm not going to get into that part, but you're not taught about savings. You're not talked about the different types of accounts. You're not taught about investing, different types of strategies, what you should be putting into right now to get to this point in your life and the next point in your life, how to save for education and everything else. So financial literacy, I think, is such a huge deal, and I'm glad he included that in the book. But anything interesting that you learned during your interview with him?
Well, I mean, honestly, the book is like not. Let me bring up the screen here so you can see me a little bit better. I mean, look at that. It's not like it's a thick book here, and the back end of it is actually a study guide for churches, because this guy is a pastor in Canada, and he has, and because of that, I thought he has a very unique perspective. You're right. He talks financial literacy, especially the beginning end of the book, portion of the book, and part of that, or not part of that, the frame of reference is kind of through God's eyes. What's God's monetary system? What does the Bible tell us about God's monetary system? And then he relates it to how Bitcoin in particular fits that monetary system. So I never, prior to reading the book, looked at it that way. It was just at about when I read the book, when I started to consider, for example, how we store our money is actually a storage of future energy. So, like, in other words, like you were saying, having a savings account, for example, that what we put and what we save in decides on what we're, how much buying power we're going to have in the future. And obviously fiat fails with regard to that, although it didn't. And in that interview, and by the way, I put the link to that interview in the chat, so anybody who has not watched it, please go ahead and watch that. I talk about, because again, old guy here, when I first started as a kid, my first bank account, because my grandparents made me do it, because their generation was what? Save, you got to save, you got to save. And it was still on the gold. We were still on the gold standard at that point. Again, that's how old I am. So, but that same kind of premise is almost an impossibility, even when I was raising my kids, and even now as I watch my kids try to raise my grandchildren. It was just and I know I got off on a little tangent there, but that was like, to me, with regard to that, yes. And this makes even more sense now why you're using cryptocurrency, in this case Bitcoin, to be a better store of your future energy and your future buying power.
Absolutely. And his experience goes right from the beginning too, because he was talking about getting Bitcoin from a faucet. Like, whoa, if you're getting Bitcoin from a faucet, you were around like the early days where you're just getting it for free, right? Like, that's insane.
Yeah, exactly.
That faucet right now is probably worth thousands of dollars, right? It's just crazy.
And he was talking about getting something like 5 Bitcoin or something like that, and he was just like, damn,
that's crazy.
Could you imagine? I mean, good Lord. Yes, he is the absolute inverse of Dave Ramsey. Yes. Yeah, Dave is definitely anti-Bitcoin. He's still, absolutely. All who marked with the beast shall be able to pray. There you go. Now, we did not touch on, let's put it this way. There was so much we didn't touch on in that interview, and he did say he will be good enough to come and do another interview about that. And that quote in particular, where we're talking about revelation. He's been actually, if you follow him on Twitter, he's at Pastor Coin on Twitter. He's been posting a lot of that. He actually did an entire study recently, I want to say yesterday, don't hold me to that, and where it was talking about revelation, Bitcoin, blah 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 blah. So again, if you follow him, you can get that information. And so I'm hoping to have him back, but right now my goal is to get this word out there. He's a gracious guy, appreciated his time, and again, it was a different way to look at Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Again, it's pretty much Bitcoin that he focuses on. He's kind of a maxi with regard to that. And whatever. I mean, if that's your thing, and I don't say that in any derogatory way.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I got nothing against Bitcoin, and I make sure I always DCA into Bitcoin. You guys know, you've seen me. It's the every week you DCA into Bitcoin kind of, and along with whatever. See, and that's the other thing for me. It's the whatever. Yeah, the opportunity to interview him was great. I really appreciate that. So again, also one other thing I wanted to point out. Tomorrow, my intention is to go to his website because I have to go get more Bitcoin. All my Bitcoins in cold storage. So I have to go get some more off the exchange. But tomorrow I'm going to his website and I'm gonna purchase. He gets like bulk. He gives a bulk discount on books. I'm going to have them shipped to me, and then my plan is as I continue to promote that video to give away, raffle off some of these books.
Nice.
I plan to do some on this channel as well as my channel. So watch for that. It'll be coming soon.
Perfect. That's great.
Love giveaways.
And speaking of giveaways, we're also going to get a Tangent wallet. It's been shipped to me. I should receive it soon. So we'll probably do that maybe later this. Oh, actually, it's going to have to happen beginning of February.
Yeah, you ain't going to be here.
I'm not going to be here. Going to get some warm weather. My DNA is telling me that I have to get some warm weather, so I'm going to head south for a little bit, recoup, and I'll be right back.
That's good.
To the cold north of Canada. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Tell everybody how cold it was today.
I was minus 15 this morning when I was dropping off the kids. So
wait. Celsius. Come on, for those in the U.S., tell them that was Celsius.
Can't even convert that. What is that? That is negative 15 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit because I don't have a converter. But I'm going to say, I don't know, 10 degrees Fahrenheit, guessing.
I'm trying to look a converter up because I have no damn idea.
I think the U.S. is the only one in the imperial system, right?
Right. Thereabouts. Yeah. I think you're correct.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Converter. Of course, it's giving me Fahrenheit. I want Celsius.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. Little things. I'm sorry. Just
no.
I don't know. It's cold. It's damn cold. Okay.
It is cold where I am right now. And okay, so in comparison to so we're in the south of Canada because it's like sort of cold, but not really cold. If you go to Alberta, Winnipeg, that's the real Canada cold. That's like negative 50, negative 45. If anyone's watching Red Panda, he keeps posting on Twitter what his current temperature is, and he's like at minus 45 right now. It's extremely cold over there. So
yeah,
I'm complaining, but it's not really that bad. Wow. I think Toronto, we're kind of like wimps when it comes to cold over here. So
all right, here we go. I got it. Negative 15. What is why is it not converting? Okay, this site sucks. It's not converting. I'm pumping it in there, but it's not converting. So wait, we got some chats here. Maybe somebody else did. Hey, Sadie, welcome.
Hey, Sadie.
Welcome.
Getting down to 17 at home tomorrow. Locals are freaking. Yeah.
Oh no.
Coffee. Got a lot of coffee.
Sorry about that, man. Whoa.
Oh. I'm hoping you didn't have a lot in your MetaMask.
Oh man, that's brutal.
What did you do? Like accidentally connect to a DApp that was possibly malicious, or you went to a phishing site? I mean, there's plenty of ways that you can get.
Yep. That's definitely happened to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's negative 15 Celsius is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. That's
okay. Well, there we go. Thank you. Thank you.
That's cold.
Yep. Stay indoors. Yeah, that's probably wise sage advice. Sage advice. Yes, 5 degrees. What do we got going? Wasn't huge. Good. I'm glad to hear it wasn't a lot of money off MetaMask. I mean, hot wallets, always a good idea not to be keeping large quantities of anything.
I feel like even if it wasn't huge, it's kind of the principle too. Like you having somebody take your coin from you is just not a great feeling.
Yeah.
Whether it's
Yes.
a pence or
Yeah.
a lot. So
It's the violation. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Gotta figure it out. Next bet.
Oh,
0.25 BTC. Ouch.
yeah.
That one's gotta hurt.
wow.
Yep.
Yeah, it happens.
Wow.
That's brutal. Yeah.
A grand is still. I'm sorry. That would
It's kind of
hurt.
hefty.
That would hurt. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I get it. Of course, I mean, it's what it is. Oh, Chris, sorry about that, man.
That one hurts.
Sorry about that. Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, like security and wallets, it's so important to lock things down. The thing is that you can still be easily tricked with these dApps. The sites, the URL could be slightly modified and you're going to go to the wrong URL.
Yeah.
You connect your wallet, your funds are gone. The best thing to do is just minimize how much you put in those hot wallets if you can.
Yeah. And once you're done with whatever it is you're doing, get it out of there.
Yeah.
And
I think Hundred there has some good advice there.
Oh, I didn't see that pop in. Hang on 1 second.
If you subscribe to the Matrix Money podcast, you might win one next month because we're giving away a Tangent wallet, which is a cold storage wallet. Keep those funds safe, whatever's left.
And there you go.
Oh, he's getting a Tangent. There you go.
There you go.
It's getting pretty popular. A lot of people talking about it.
Yep. And you're going to get the 2.0 version. I just recorded my video about how to set up the seed phrase because I wanted to use the seed phrase to show everybody how to do it. Okay. So if you're interested in that, Chris, it's coming. I'm still in the editing process right now. I'm focusing on editing a video that's going to drop, the one with Joel Valenzuela. So that I'm still working on that right now. I'm a little behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And speaking of editing, FF has a new channel, right? FF, you got a new mining channel coming out right now?
Yeah, I do.
Talk about that.
And I want to thank you, Jar, for basically telling me that I should do this, and then also Backwards told me that I should be doing this a while back as well. Yeah. So yes, I do have a mining specific channel. I will be dropping a video hopefully today. After this live, I'm going to actually work on that video. So yeah, actually just to give you a little update as well, it will be Crypto Luck that we will be mining. Am I a fan of the coin? No, but the point of the channel is to show you how to mine these new coins so that you can hop onto it as early as possible, start mining. Hopefully something happens to the coin, but yeah, I link it FF. Yeah.
I was just going to ask you go, what he said.
Yeah, it's really just called F Mining Guides. Sorry with the naming. I just kind of want to stick to the theme of F everything and F my life. But yeah, we'll link it to you so you can take a look at it.
And look, you see, you're getting the love. You're getting the love from the stream community right here. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, everybody likes to hop onto stuff really early. So the goal again of the channel is for me to keep track of new coins that are mineable and then immediately release something so that you have a how-to video on it. Again, thank you, Jar. Jar is the expert of these tutorials. So he was just like, hey, dude, you need to start doing this. So I was like, okay.
Oh, you can definitely do it. Your wealth of knowledge in mining is incredible. What was the name of the coin and when was it released?
Crypto Luck, and I believe it was like 15 days ago. So it's still fairly new.
No.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
I'll be looking out for that one.
Awesome.
Yeah, why not?
Glad to hear
I'm
that.
already mining it. So
awesome.
All right. Excellent.
What are you mining it with? Is it a rig or a single GPU?
I'm mining it with one of my GPU rigs. So I'm mining it with I think a couple 1060s, 1050s, so like really low end GPUs, but perfect for spec mining. So
yeah,
cheap GPUs, that's sort of what I go for that sort of brand new stuff.
What algorithm is it?
It's Kapow. So Crypto Luck is Kapow, so it's really Kapow can get kind of hot and warm, which is great, right, for this winter that we're all dealing with. It's snowing over here.
Yeah.
It's not as cold as it is in Canada, Jar, but I hate it. I hate the snow. The kids are home. I wish they were at, daycare. It's just,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot. But with
Yeah.
Kapow, the house is nice and warm. I think I'm also mining right now Nyoxa, which is also Kapow, currently with Crypto Lux. So house is nice and warm.
Nice. Speaking of
course,
warm,
it's Kapow, yeah.
I picked up a heater, and this one, because it was super cheap, I got the KDA KD Box 2 dual power on this one. I think it's 600 watts. I'm going to be mining a little bit of Cadena just because it's cheap right now. It might be a flip later on. And Cadena actually took off a couple weeks ago as well. I'm not sure where the interest is coming from, but it's just one of those coins that just up, down for a long time and then comes up a little bit. So spec mining with that one.
Could it be Crank that's making it?
Maybe. Yes. I didn't even think about that. I should have put that together. But yeah, Crank might be one of the, because they went mainnet recently, I believe. So
yeah. Crank is it. I like Crank.
Nice.
What else, guys? Anything else on the books right now? We're almost at the hour.
Are we really?
Yeah. It's a 46. Well, I'd be interested in the chat. I'm going to guess the answer is going to be no, pretty much through the chat. Was anybody involved and or still dealing with Celsius Network?
No, it's not available in Canada, so I don't know much about it. Yeah.
So the only update I have with Celsius, I never used Celsius, but for whatever reason, I've been getting a lot of phishing emails saying, hey, you can get your money from whatever court. I don't know what it is, right? Like I didn't click on the phishing link, or the phishing email.
What?
But I've been getting a lot of them. Yeah, I know, right? Shouldn't I be clicking on?
Just click on it.
Email and clicking on all the
what
links?
happens.
Hot wallets.
Seeing what happens. Lose all my crypto. Freaking quit YouTube because I'm pissed off. No. Yeah. So because of that, maybe there is an update looming. Maybe that's what you're going to talk about. Crypto.
Well, there is, and I'm putting the link in the chat to the video I did. There is an update coming out, or an update that came out. They've been contacting people and they want people to get prepared for getting whatever money they're going to get back from that they had in the earn account, and you have to do a couple of things ahead of time, and they're going to be paying that out. Primarily, the majority of people are either going to be via, help me, PayPal or Cash. Is it Cash App?
Direct
Cash
deposit
App?
or something like that?
Well, because they you're not going to get back, or last I read, you're not going to get back your actual crypto that you had in there. Where they're going to convert the crypto and then sell it, and then you're going to get whatever the payment is.
So is Celsius completely done now? They're dissolved?
Well, a part of the bankruptcy, I think they've restructured the company to be a mining company now, which they were doing as well as that back then. That's basically, I hate the docs. Yeah, and see, that's the other piece is that in order to throughout this whole process, anybody that had money on there, basically it was doxed because they public again that the bankruptcy. So now that's all public information.
Yeah.
So but if you did have anything or know somebody that does, I did do an update video that gave some of that information together, went through their official email, showed you how to because you should have a copy of what was in your wallet, your transaction history, just to make sure that when the payout comes, you're at least being paid correctly. So I went through that whole process. So I put the link in the live chat. So by all means, head over and check that out.
Awesome. Good stuff.
To that point of centralized exchanges, giving money back to users who are affected by a hack or whatever it may be. I know for a real email that I got was from Cryptopia, because I did use Cryptopia back in like 2017-ish. And they have been working with Grant Thornton and Cognito. So they actually gave an update. That's why I was going over here looking at it. But they gave an update saying that if you had at least 500 in your account, they'll give you 500. But if you have over 500, they'll still only give you 500, I guess, dollars worth, which kind of sucks. But at least it's something based off of this email here. And I think whatever CCM, Crypto Coin Mindset, created in regards to basically figuring out how much you had in your account prior, et cetera, will probably be just as important for the Cryptopia one as well, because you're going to want to know exactly how much you had in your Cryptopia account. Right. The only other issue, the reason why I didn't go forth doing it is because when I used Cryptopia, it was not KYC. So the issue with this is that they want all my personal information. So I don't want to give them that. So whatever funds I may have, even if it's like a whole BTC, which I highly doubt that there's a BTC that I had on Cryptopia. And again, I'll only get 500 back, but I'm not going to provide them that information. But I do want to update the community that they are starting to give funds back from the Cryptopia hack back in like 2018-ish. Yes. So just updating you all with that.
Okay, that's interesting.
I appreciate that. It was on my radar to try and do an update, but that's perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
2017. That was a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Like when you guys were talking about faucets, like I use faucets too. That's how I got my first Dogecoin, like back in 2014, 13, was through a faucet. I got Dogecoin through a faucet. So
yeah.
If you've been around the space for a while, you probably have used the faucet at one time.
Yeah. You definitely use one. Yep.
Oh shit. Well, I don't know about you guys. That's all I got. Again, I'm just going to be dropping that interview with Joel Valenzuela, and I'll just say it here so everybody knows. Jar and I were talking about it before the stream. He did offer, Joel Valenzuela did offer to come on this stream and sit in, as he put it, the hot seat for the three of us to basically grill him about what he does with living on crypto. So hopefully we can coordinate something with that, and hopefully we'll see that here soon. So make sure you subscribe to Matrix Money Podcast so you're here for when that happens.
Yep, link is in the description. Sadie's actually pointing out that ZegX has a faucet. I forgot to mention that if you're on the ZegX exchange, no KYC, you can sign up for an account just using an email. They have a very easy to use faucet. You're just clicking in it, and there's literally thousands of different cryptos in there. You can search by whichever one. I think Dogecoin is actually one of them that still has a very micro amount that you can get. And you just click on the button, it gets deposited into your wallet on the exchange. Move it off, do whatever you want.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm impressed they still got a faucet going.
Yeah, same.
You know, that's thank you, Automatic.
Thank you very much. Good stream, guys.
Appreciate that.
Hit the like button.
Yeah, please. Actually, let me put that up there. Remind everybody.
Smash that like.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Check out FF's new channel. All that good stuff.
Yes.
Once again, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for the stream. Take care.
All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Yeah. Bye-bye.